Good morning. Yeah, I'm gonna speak on this vision I had yesterday, y'all. Yeah, it was a warning. Ding, 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 ding. I get warnings, y'all. Like, truth of the matter. And one of my visions, it was being spoken to me, and it was like 95% of what you gonna speak is gonna be warnings. God said, I personally assigned you for warnings. So that's my assignment. That's what he want me to do. Warnings. Now it's sometimes he said 5% of the time you're gonna hear blessings on the way, but 95% of the time, and that was the actual number that was spoken. 95% is gonna be a warning. So y'all doing okay? Okay, y'all. Okay, let me see. I don't know what was going on in this vision. I'm gonna start off like that because I was just jumping around. So I'm like pop up and I'm in this spot, and then I might pop up and then I'm in a whole different like type of setting with a lot of stuff going on, and I'm just trying to figure it out, and I'm just kind of thrown into these like different scenes in this vision. So that's really what was going on. It was just so I couldn't explain all this, so I'm just gonna speak it. You know, I did do text a little stuff here and there. You know, I don't really have understanding because I don't even know what really was going on. Like, that one never told to me. I was just in the middle of whatever this was. And so, okay. One scene, it looked like I was like probably walking like through the streets and stuff. So I'm thinking it's fireworks. You know how you throw fireworks and there be a lot of smoke and stuff everywhere, and you see like, you know how it is when you like light fireworks, like a lot of fireworks, how it be. So I'm thinking it's just fireworks. As I get closer into the scenery and I walk closer into what's going on, I see it's not fireworks. Like, I don't know if it was bombings, like us getting bombed, but woo, it was horrible. Like this right here, what I was looking at, it was like, dang. Because we ain't never really experienced a war, so it's like, it seems so unreal that bombs are just randomly just flying in your neighborhood. Like, it just like, and everybody just scattering around. Like, we never been like, okay, at war with another country, so to speak, where, you know, you just thinking your regular routine and your sense of what you know, it's just all, trying to find the word, y'all. I don't think I'm gonna find the word, but it just seemed like, you know, your sense of your structure, or, okay, we go to work, we go home, but then you in the middle, if your country in the middle of bombing and they randomly bombing you, and somebody a bomb can randomly hit your house, like, it was just like bombs, because I was thinking it was fireworks, but at a certain point I knew these weren't fireworks, so my first mind is like bomb, like we being bombed, and I was just kind of walking through all the debris, all the smoke, and it was just like this ongoing war, like it was just like this ongoing, like this war or something was going on. So I'm walking through that. Then another part of the dream, because this is jumping around, another part of the dream, it was like I was in my vehicle, I'm driving, and it's like these cars was just colliding, and it was like dead on impact. Like, these cars were just ramming into each other. They was like going full speed. Like, if your car was 200 miles, these cars going 200 miles, pow, then another car, pow, and it was like dead on impact. So I don't know what was going on in the streets with these cars. It was like this pileup, and these people was just ramming into each other, and the impact of these vehicles just ramming into each other, it was just dead on impact. And so as I'm driving, I look, I see boom, a car that just like randomly just slammed into somebody, and then I look again, and then it was just like another vehicle out of nowhere just rammed into this pileup. So I don't know what was triggering this pileup. I was just like in traffic, and as I'm going through traffic, I'm just looking, and I'm seeing all these cars, and it was dead on impact. The speed that these cars was going and ramming into each other, it was dead on impact. Like, it wasn't no survival. It wasn't no survival. So then the dream jump, and I don't know what this was. Like, I don't know what, like, I'm in it, but I don't know what this is that I'm in. And then another part of the scene, everything was just dark too. Like, everything just seemed real dark. Ain't seemed to be like it just seemed dark. And then this third part of this vision that I was in, it seemed like, and then it seemed like everybody was just seeking refuge. You know how sometimes in movies you see, and you know, like the movie like From Dusk to Dawn, and you know, at nighttime, you know, they have to like kind of like barricade themselves in abandoned apartments or abandoned buildings and stuff, because they know like these vampires, they come out at nighttime. So in the daytime it's like everything cool, but then at nighttime everybody's just really trying to seek shelter. Like it kind of reminded me of that. Like it was just random people, all kind of people, just everybody was just trying to do what they can, try to get together and just try to barricade themselves, try to protect themselves. They didn't have nothing. Like you couldn't take nothing with you. Like whatever you had was gonna get left behind. And so basically everybody was just trying to seek shelter, so to speak. And it was real dark, and just trying to find empty schools, empty buildings to be in, and everybody just trying to be together, just trying to in a place that they felt was safe was where they was trying to go. And so in this vision, one way or another, I end up with this group. And as I end up with this group, I saw them bringing like a medical personnel, because this person had on scrubs. And so this person had on scrubs, and they was bringing this person, like this medical personnel, to try to help with somebody that was ill, so to speak. So, and they was kind of like, as I'm with this group, so to speak, because I don't even know where I'm at, I'm like, nah, and then I'm just like in this building, and then as they talking, the man, he was just like, as they bring the medical personnel, because they had to find this person, like they just ran, like if you was a nurse, it's like they gonna be like, ooh, you know, they gonna be trying to seek people that know anything dealing with medical. Like it's like they gonna be like, if you a nurse, they gonna be looking for like, do you know how to do this? Like this, like it. Do y'all know what I'm saying? Like the nurses, like they gonna be randomly scavenging for nurses, like not hospitals, because it seems like the hospital is still gonna be shut down. Like this is gonna be like, you're gonna be in the school building, and they gonna be like, do anybody know how to do anything? Like, do anybody know anything about medical? And in this vision, they had a medical personnel that they actually found, and they wanted this medical personnel to see something about dealing with their loved one. And I happened to be in this group, and it was just dark, and I don't even know where we were. We were just in this building. And as I'm in this room, the man was explaining, yeah, and if you look over here, you'll see my son. And I was just kind of like looking. So I don't know if the medical personnel was somebody they found for his son. Like, I don't know who this medical, like, why, who was sick, but they was seeking like medical help. And it had to be like regular civilians that knew medical stuff. Like basically it was like that. Like if you like had any kind of knowledge dealing with like the medical, it was like they was just scavenging for these people. Yeah. So part of that right there with the medical is like people that's like sick and that need medical attention. Like even if it's not from the war, like everyday sicknesses, like stuff, people that need medication and stuff like that. That people that's like sick, like that need like oxygen, like on the oxygen machine, that need, and you ain't got no power, and it's like, how you gonna live? So it's like the sick people is going to, it's gonna be hard for them to have like their medications if they on medicine. It's gonna be hard for them to just kind of survive in all this, because in the dream, like I said, they scavenged and found this lady, and they were just trying to bring her to where we was. Like, hey, we need you over here. Like, do you, like they were just like seeking like this help, this medical help. And so it's like maybe it's gonna like it's gonna be regular civilians that know stuff. Like how I told you, my mom been a nurse for 25 years. Well, if something happened and my mom just happened to be in a group of people, and they like in the school building, she's going to be one of the ones that's probably going to be able to like help provide medical aid to people, because she's been in the profession for over 25 years. Even though she's not a nurse, she got that knowledge, and so that knowledge of being a nurse is going to come in handy for these people during this time, like people that got medical knowledge. Because like I said, in my vision, they were scavenging for people that had medical knowledge. And this wasn't in no hospital or nothing. I don't even think it was no hospital. I think we were just like, it wasn't no power, like maybe power outages and stuff. Because I was like, we was like in the dark, like you couldn't even see nothing. And they was like, you go over here, you'll see my son. I'm looking like, okay. And I just see them running down the street or something with this lady who probably had some knowledge, and they were just desperate to get this medical help for their loved ones. So it make me, you know, just looking at that little quick scene make me think like the medical, like it's gonna be a need for anybody that got any kind of medical knowledge, like during this time when everybody starts scavenging and hiding and trying to go to safety and seeking safety in old buildings and old schools and any place that they think that they could be safe. It's gonna be like they gonna, and I don't know, God gonna strategically have people that been like in the medical field amongst these people who could be like, oh yeah, I used to work for them, and I used to do like my mom. Like some people like that, like God probably strategically come to speak in my first mind. Like God might strategically help people who have medical knowledge to be any groups of people, like remnant groups of people, because they're going to have to be like of assistance to a lot of people. And it's just gonna be hard for people who on medication and stuff. Like they not gonna be able to have access to their medicines and stuff during this time. Like I saw, that's what I'm getting out of it too. Like it's gonna be hard for them to get the medical, like people that's like getting medical attention now, like during this time or what I saw, which could have possibly been war. It's like just getting a medical, your everyday medical, like like what you need medically every day is gonna be hard for some people. And for some people it might be life or death. Like if you don't get this medicine, like you gonna die. Because the way they found this like medical person, that what I was getting. Like it was so serious that they out here seeking, trying to find anybody. Then they came with somebody. They had some lady with them that had on scrubs, and they was just trying to just lead her to whatever person they were really trying to help during this time. So a lot of people like that's medically sick and stuff like that, it's gonna be real hard for people that like need medicine and stuff. Like you gotta take your medicine every day, and then with whatever going on, you don't have access to your medicine, and it might be life or death for some people who depending strictly on this medicine. Like if they don't have their medicine, like that's it for them. Like it's gonna be real hard for those kind of people. But I guess during that time, that's where you're gonna have to put your faith in God. Because the medicine is not going to be accessible. Like this medicine is not going to be accessible like that. I feel like God going to strategically help people that have knowledge of the medical and being in medical fields like my mama. They're going to be strategically planning in all this. So you're going to see people that's going to be really, being of assistance medically. Yeah. And I just feel like, because a while back I spoke on the war. So I feel like we're going to go to war. I don't think we're going to go to war with Trump. I think Trump is a safety net. Whether y'all feel how y'all want to feel, Trump is a safety net. They crazy, but they think Trump is crazier. So they not finna test him. They not finna test him. The war gonna come after Trump. So we got 4 years. I feel like we got 4 years of grace with Trump in office. Y'all can say what y'all want to say. Y'all can complain about Y'all can say everything y'all want to say. But this person being in this position of power is protecting us from a war. Believe it or not, this person is protecting us from war. We got 4 years. After he get out of office and y'all get what y'all want, we gonna go to war. And y'all gonna have to deal with all this. Well, we all gonna have to deal with all this. But y'all gonna see what it was, and y'all gonna be begging. When he leave, I just feel like y'all gonna be begging for him to come back. Because he the only one that can tame all these other dictators out here and all these other leaders out here. He the only one that can keep them under control. Who else can keep the other people from the other countries under control, the other leaders? Nobody but Trump. Because guess what? They crazy, but they think he crazier. So they not finna push it with him. But when he get out of office, once he leave office, can't nobody time these leaders. Can't nobody time these leaders from the other countries. So we got 4 year grace period. Y'all gonna be bucking, bickering and complaining the whole 4 years. But hey, I'm just letting you know what it is. We got grace. We ain't got to deal with no war. As long as Trump in office, we ain't got to deal with no war. That's how I feel. As long as Trump in office, we ain't got no war coming. Now, when Trump leave office, they gonna push it. They gonna test the leadership. And they probably wish they would have went to war when we had a weak president, the one that was before us. Now, they probably would have pushed it. They probably wish they would have pushed it then to force a war on us. Which would, because that's what I thought it was going to be. I thought they was going to force a war on us. Maybe our government was trying to force a war to keep Biden in office, because I don't think they would have kept him in office really was a war. But they was close to it. I was sitting there like on the edge of my seat, like they're gonna start up a war, and then it's gonna cause us to keep our president Biden. Like that's what I was thinking. So I guess they didn't do it. But while Trump in office, you do not have to worry about no war. These people are not finna go up against him. They think he crazy. They think, ain't there one of them finna come up against him. Now, after he get out of office, it's gonna be a war coming. And it's gonna be real ugly. And a lot of people gonna lose their lives. I saw dead people in the streets. Everybody that had died, I seen them all in the street. I even seen my dead dog, the one I told you, my Buff boy. I even seen him. And in the dream, it looked like he was fighting dogs, which he was a fighter. I talk about Fluffy, they like to fight. Buffy, all our dogs been protective of us anyway. But my butt boy, he was a fighter. He was a fighter too. And in the vision, he was just kind of fighting dogs. And in the dream, I had my buff boy like, come on, buff boy. And I'm just trying to like get him away from the dogs, so to speak. But he even was in the vision and he dead. And I seen other people that were dead. So I don't know if they represent the angel of death, which it probably do represent the angel of death. And I think I didn't had contact with the angel of death before. God didn't let me be in the presence of it. So I know. But that's what I see, y'all. That's what I seen. It was just a lot going on. I would jump here, jump there, I jump here. I'm looking, I'm thinking I'm walking in the fireworks. Then before I knew it, the smoke and stuff was so strong. Like it wasn't no way to do fireworks. I was like, dang, it's like we being bombed. But this gonna come after Trump. I feel like this coming after Trump. I feel like Trump is a safety net. Y'all can say what y'all want. Y'all can complain, bicker about, oh, he said that he's still a safety net right now because ain't no war. He protecting us from war, believe it or not. Y'all can accept what y'all want to accept, say what y'all want to say, but he keeping us from a war that's already planned and plotted. So when he get out of office, it's finna go down, and it's gonna get real ugly out here. I ain't never seen nothing like this, because we ain't never been in no war. You gonna leave everything behind. Like, you can't take nothing with you. You basically like on foot, like one of them movies. When them people, they just found an old building and they just trying to seek protection, and all these random people just come together, and they might be like in an old church or old school, and they just trying to seal off the windows and stuff, just trying to keep themselves safe. That's what it's gonna be. You ain't better take nothing with you. Like your house, everything you got, you leaving everything behind. Like it's nothing. You can't pack up nothing and take nothing with you. Everybody gonna start new. Because I just didn't see it. I just can't see what's going on. You just packing up being like, oh, like it's just like survival of the fittest out here. Like everybody gonna be in survival mode. So that's what I saw. Like I said, I saw a lot of people, they were just like kind of like trying to seek refuge anywhere that they could in the buildings. They probably turned busting windows out the building. Everybody just trying to find a safety place. Everybody was just trying to seek and find shelter and find safe places, which people was finding safe places. Because I was in the group and we was like barricaded somewhere. I do not know where we was. But it was extremely dark, and they was bringing a medical personnel to the spot where I was, and they were seeking medical attention for somebody. So God just like, what I'm getting out of it's gonna be real crucial for people that are already like sick, terminally sick. Maybe the war may cause even more sicknesses with people where they're going to need medical aid, and people that got the medical knowledge, like my mama, would be of a great asset during this time. All these nurses who's retiring, who's going into different occupations. All these nurses, they talking about it's a shortage of nurses because everybody drifting from nurses. They're gonna be drawn back to get right back into the medical field to assist with civilians and stuff like that, to help what's going on. Yeah, so I'm gonna let y'all go. That's all he showed me. But woo, because I'm telling y'all, but but watching it and me telling y'all is what I seen. That Final Destination, the way you talk about when I be talking about that truck with the logs on the back, and I be talking about, woo, it was catastrophic. What I seen was Final Destination was a cartoon compared to what I was looking at. That scene that I always speak on, where I be talking about the truck on the logs, that Final Destination scene was a cartoon compared to what I was looking at in this vision, y'all. It was just like, woo! And you know, I don't know what to say, but yeah. All them car pileups, like all them people, like it was like dead on impact. Like it was just dead on impact. Like it wasn't no saving nobody. It was just dead on impact. Like I knew this. Dead on impact. That's how all these accidents was. And they would just ram to each other, dead on impact. Whole car destroyed. Like it's nothing coming out of their pileup. Once I seen them cars just crashing and ramming to each other like that, it wasn't no saving nothing in them in their pileup. It was like dead on impact, and it was understood it was dead on impact. So I'm like, woo, what is going on? I don't know. All I'm gonna say, get your passports. I'm gonna stress, get your passports. Get it now. You got 4 years. You got 4 years. Get your passports. I don't know how much longer after Trump. I just know we got a 4-year grace period. So that's why I'm saying get your passport. Now you got 4 years to try to get it for you. Not only for you, just to go on trips and stuff for your loved ones too. Make sure you get it for your kids, your loved ones, anybody who you feel like you want to try to take. That will be a escape. Passports will be a way of escape for some people, but some people is just gonna have to live in this country while we being bombed. And it's something we've never experienced before. So in your mind, it might be so surreal, like it can't never happen. I'm letting you know America is gonna go to war, and it's gonna happen. We gonna be like in the streets and looking at bombs just blowing up stuff just randomly. Like I was just like, what is this? Like, how can you imagine walking outside your house and just seeing a bomb explode at a gas station right across the street from where you finna drive through or walk to? Like, woo! I ain't never lived doing no, like, I ain't never experienced it. But in the vision I did, and I'm like, what is going on? So y'all get your passports. This one option, one escape from this war that's gonna come to America, but everybody not gonna be able to go. And so for those that ain't gonna be able to go, you're gonna have to, when that time comes, you're gonna be seeking refuge. You're gonna be looking at any kind of empty, abandoned buildings. It's gonna be a lot of random people just paired up together. Random people that don't know each other. All they got one thing in common, and all they trying to do is live and survive. And so I'm gonna say, get your passports. Get your passports. Got 4 years. Get your passports. And even then, with your passports, depending on how everything goes, they might shut it down where you can't even leave. So you're gonna have to get out. Like, your timing is gonna have to be before all this even go down. For some people, because I don't see them just like, okay, your pass during the middle of a war, you just flying out the country. Like, I just don't see it. So I'm gonna let y'all go. Y'all enjoy y'all day.